Okay, so this is going to be about Chinese astrology, and I'm going to talk today about the lucky rat. Buddha, Chinese astrology is based on the Buddhist wheel, and Buddha chose the rat first, and I call it the lucky rat, but it is actually curious, charming, can be aggressive, and thrifty. The rat years are 1948, 1960, 1972, 1984, 1996, and the year next year, 2020, is going to be a rat year. So we got curious, charming, aggressive, and thrifty. If you're a late January, early February baby, you'll need to check the tables. I use Suzanne White. She's the premier, I think, authority on Chinese astrology, and it's really fun. In Buddhism, a lot of times the marriage will have to be blessed or approved, or the energy approved between two animals. So you would go to a Buddhist monk and they would look at your animal and your element, depending on the year you're born. The fire rat would be the most unstable, meaning the most likely to act out. And they can be aggressive. I've had rats in my real life twice come through my path. Once I worked for Albanian Muslims at 521 Clematis Street in West Palm Beach for about 2 years, and it was called Malsori's. It was, wonderful Mediterranean food, but I was the only female. And it was all Albanian Muslim men, and it got bought by new owners who were also Albanian. And we had wharf rats, like the size of cats, running through there. And they did not want to put down traps because in their culture, the rats are lucky and they bring money. So they are Albanian Muslims, but that, Ramadan came and the rats were taking over the place, and we did put down sticky gum pads, and they would run past me. I have to jump up on the pipes behind the bar as they rolled by with the, clack, 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 with the gum things stuck on their foot. The second time was a restaurant I worked at in the Elmwood Village. Very old Irish pub, very well established, delicious, phenomenal. And they came in and they tried to put in holes, but what happens in Buffalo in the older part is the sewers flood and the rats come out of the sewers. So I've not had a car for 30 years, and I was riding home and literally riding over, when the rain would come, over rats the size of cats. And they love the Elmwood Village because the food there's delicious and there's tons of restaurants and tasty stuff going on. But I came into work one day and it was 10:30 in the morning, and my boss had hit boots and a pitchfork and a bucket, and he said, "You want to help me?" And I said, "No," but I think he was chasing rats. But it's been sold, and I'm sure the building's been fixed, but that is a big thing in old cities with rats going through the sewer. But the rat is charming. I have many, many, many rat friends, and very, very lucky. I've never really had a run-in with a rat. I'm a water tiger, born in the hour of the dragon, and rats and dragons get along very well. But it's something to look into if you're into Chinese astrology, born in those years, or you're interested. Look up the rat.